Hi everyone, welcome to the Bushiroad English Conference Spring 2022. My name is Matt, I am the Marketing Manager for Bushiroad International, and today with me is Rudy.
Hi everyone, as Matt said, my name is Rudy. I'm the President and COO of Bushiroad International. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Right, thank you guys so much. So this isn't the first time that we're running a conference, so you guys know roughly how this is going to go down. We'll be covering information about events for Vanguard 0, for Carfight Vanguard TCG, and for Vice Shorts TCG as well.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is events. And the most recent event that we had is Bushiroad Rumble Online 2021, or BRO for short. The event was held across December and January, and we were very happy to watch all the exciting matches. So thank you so much to everyone who participated, and a hearty congratulations to all the winners. Now, we've received a lot of feedbacks regarding online events, and I think the most important one was that online events are easy to participate, especially since it's difficult to travel during the pandemic. So the good news is we are definitely planning for another one sometime this year. Right. I also like to take this opportunity to give a quick shout out to our partners, Elephant and TCG, for making the event extremely amazing. Thank you so much.
So, but that being said, I think everybody remembers a time where we were able to play face-to-face more freely. So I think we are very, very glad to be able to bring back the Bushiroad Spring Fest 2022 as announced in our previous conference. BSF 2022 will be run from April to June, and it will be run in the same three major tournament areas as usual, which is North America and Latin America, Europe and Asia Oceania. So there are quite a lot of different PR cards and PR items that we're giving out this time also. But the one thing that I'd like to highlight is that the BSF 2020 champion promos will be given out to as well. They'll be given out to the champion teams this round. So for more information, please do take a look at the link in the description box down below.
Alright, so we know everyone can't wait to get back to physical events and play card games together again. The most important thing we like to ensure here is everyone's safety. We will be looking at the local COVID regulations and abiding by those laws. But one thing we like to add on, and humbly request from everyone, is please wear a mask during the entire event.
That's right, as Rudy said, the safety of everybody, our players, our staff, is very important to us. So we hope everybody can adhere to the restrictions so that we can have a safe and fun tournament, I guess. Especially since it's like the first in-person tournament since a long time ago.
Yeah, since 2019.
Yeah, so let's hope that it's a good one. So recently we announced an update to the restriction lists for Carfight Vanguard and Vice Shorts. So I'm sure everybody is aware already, but the Vice Shorts restriction list is the first major one that we've had since the game's inception. And here to share a little bit more about the direction for the English edition of our games, we have CEO of Bushiroad International, Mr. Shunichi Taira, who is also the co-producer of Carfight Vanguard.
Exactly.
Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Bushiroad English Conference. I'm Shunichi Taira, the CEO of Bushiroad International, as well as the English Carfight Vanguard producer. So today, I wanted to explain a bit about the recent restrictions that we've implemented for English Carfight Vanguard, as well as English Vice Shorts. First, for Vanguard, the card pool between the Japanese and English versions are very similar with only minor differences. But when considering the English restrictions, we specifically look at the English Vanguard tournament results as well as the tournament experiences. And from what we have been seeing, we felt that it was best to implement different restrictions this time from the Japanese version. As for Vice Shorts, since the English release, we haven't really implemented much restrictions so that players could fully enjoy the titles that we release. However, we felt that it has come to a point that these restrictions were necessary in order to maintain a healthy and balanced tournament experience. So for both games, when making these decisions, we always look at the tournament results as well as the gameplay experiences that we're seeing. And we want to always create an environment where no single title or deck type is too dominant within the tournaments. But at the same time, we try to minimize the amount of restrictions that we have to implement. So we will continue to monitor the environments and take necessary actions as needed. So we'd like to thank everyone for their understanding, and we hope that you continue to enjoy our games. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tara-san, for that message. Right now, we're going to move on to Vanguard Zero. And for Vanguard Zero, the winter circuit has recently concluded. Thank you so much to everyone who participated. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the event. And congratulations to all the winners, and we hope you enjoy all your prizes.
If you didn't manage to take part or qualify this time, fret not. There'll be another one coming soon, so we hope to see you there.
And Vanguard Zero's second anniversary started on April 1st and will last all the way until the end, April 30th. There's going to be a lot of events and freebies for you to win, so do stay tuned.
That's right, you'll be able to get sleeves, titles, playmats, and a bunch of more other freebies. So it doesn't cost anything either, so just log in, take part, and have fun.
Alright, so since April, we've had a new gacha called Moonlit Dragon Fang. This gacha features 3 clans, Pale Moon, Grand Blue, and Aquaforce.
That's right, some of the coveted units from this release would be like Harry from Pale Moon, Night Rose from Grand Blue, and I think Commander Tabas from Aquaforce. So I think these are like iconic units that have been people have been looking forward to since I think G started in Vanguard Zero, so I think everybody will be looking forward to these already.
So April looks like a good month for Vanguard Zero players. Vanguard Zero players are really going to be eating very well because we have something else called Gift Box Gacha as well.
So for this event, you'll be collecting gift box tickets, which you can get through opening packs, doing daily login missions, and completing quests. So these let you pull from a special gacha box, which gives you tiered reward tickets.
Right, so the exclusive rewards you get, as Matt mentioned, is like gacha packs, skip tickets, a Gears Crisis themed playmats, and other exclusive event items in the game. For more information, do check out our in-game news section as well as our Vanguard Zero website. Alright, so if you've been a Vanguard Zero global player since March, you know that you'll be able to choose which playmat you'd like to use within the game. This feature is only available in global, and if you're not a global player, not to worry, it's never too late to play both.
That's true. So 5 different playmat designs were already released last month, so we hope everybody managed to get your hands on some of these to spice up your card fights. But what's cool is, in the upcoming second anniversary, we'll be also giving out another playmat, which you can just get by logging in. So you don't even have to go backwards for that. Yeah, and you can also earn more playmat medals as well to trade for different designs.
Alright, and now we're going to talk about Cardfight Vanguard. Before we talk about the new products, here's a recap of some of the upcoming products first. For DBT05 Triumphant Return of the Brave Heroes, this is a commemorative product for Vanguard and it will feature some of the original cards from BT05 itself.
That's right, if you remember the name, it's Awakening of Twin Blades, and then we have guys such like Majesty Lord Blaster,
Draconic Overlord the End.
Yeah, that's right, and my personal favorite, Phantom Blaster Overlord. So in addition to these guys, we are going to have a couple of the units coming from the Cray Chronicles novel, which is being published on the Japanese edition of Lawside. So if you're a fan of those, you can look forward to that as well.
Okay, so one thing to keep a lookout for in this set is the 10th Triple R Rarity, which is unique to this set. In this set, there'll be a total of 6 types of this 10th Triple R Rarity.
Every box is going to have 2 10th Triple R Rarity cards, or a 10th Triple R Rarity card and an SP card in the box. So if you're really lucky, really lucky, you'll be able to get one of each different 10th Triple R Rarity box in just 3 boxes. So as we introduced in our weekly Vanguard Bites, there are 5 new ride lines for each nation. So these feature Tamayura, Chaos, Eva, Thagria, and Borowa.
So as usual, as with all our boosters, there will also be a sneak preview set that will release on June 3rd. So don't miss your opportunity to get a first look or first try at the cards before the actual product releases on June 10th for DBT05 Triumphant Return of the Brave Heroes.
So up next, we have DPS01 P-Clan Collection 2022. So this is a booster pack for the premium format of the game, and will have support for all 24 clans. There are going to be 96 different types of cards in this set, and half of them are going to be new cards.
Right, so with the new cards, we expect to see a lot of premium players building an entirely new variety of builds. So we look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.
Okay, so one thing I'd like to point out is that the critical triggers with effects are going to be reprinted in this product. So, if you're a new player trying to get into premium, you're thinking, oh no, I have to look for, I have to go to this booster to get this.
Exactly.
No, it's all being reissued here. So we're saving you all that trouble.
And a signature trait of this product is that each pack will contain 4 cards, and the 4 cards will all be of the same clan. So it's easier for everyone to collect cards from the clans that they want or trade with other people who might want their clan, etc. And the box topper for this product will be one out of 24 types of a fighter's counter, which will consist of a full card art illustration.
Very, very nice. And this product will be hitting shelves on June 24th. So actually on the same day, we have a different product coming out, which is the Special Series 02 Festival Collection 2022. Alright, so did you know the Special Series is a special series of...
Yeah, okay. It's a special series product, yes.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that it's different from the regular booster packs. There's only going to be 35 different types of cards, so it's going to be really easy to pick up everything if you're a collector.
Exactly, and in each of these packs there will only be 3 cards. But the beauty of having 3 cards is that all of them will be a double R or greater. Alright, and another thing to mention for this product is that if you're a fan of Daybreak or Team Blackout from the anime, those cards are going to be featured in this product as well.
That's right, the box toppers will also feature cards from this. In fact, they'll be the starter units for the team members that have the team logo and the name hot stamped onto the card.
So V-Clan Collection 05 and 06 will release on August 12th.
So VS is the V-Clan Collection series, and similar to VS 03 and 04, 05 and 06 will feature nostalgic units, but this time in their reverse form.
That's right, we can't share too much right now, but here they are in all their glory. Alright, so we still have something else that's still in the works, but there'll be 3 new trial decks that we'll be introducing to the game. So this is a bit different from the regular trial decks we've released so far, but basically what it is, it's meant to teach new players to get into Vanguard.
So it's a great starting point for anyone who just wants to get into the game or bring their friends into the game. Because in these TDs, instead of ability, there will be tutorial cards that replace the abilities and explain the terms and rules of the game. So it's really easy for anyone to understand.
That's right. So what's more, these trial decks are also going to come with an expansion pack of 12 cards. So what these 12 cards are cards, basically the tutorial cards with the original effects. So that means that once you're done learning the game, you can substitute those in and you're ready to play.
And on top of that, we are sure that the new players will want to take care of their cards and get them safe in a case. What's going to happen is the TD packaging can double up so that the new players can store their cards in this packaging safely as well. And that's all we have for Card Fight Vanguard. Next, we're going to move into Vice Schwartz. Alright, first up on the list for Vice Schwartz is everybody's favorite and something that everybody is looking forward to, Hololive. This is the first time in the Vice Schwartz series where we will be releasing 7 Trial Deck Pluses simultaneously on the same day. The release date is slated for April 29th, so that's less than a month away. Do let us know in the comment section below which Trial Deck Plus you're going to get or how many of them you're going to get. We'll be very interested to find out.
So do take note also that for this product, there'll be a special PR pack that will be available. So this will feature the 17 Hololive talents from Hololive English Myth, Project Hope, Council, and Hololive Indonesia Generations 1 and 2. So these 17 promos will be exclusive to the English edition of the game, and they will also be available in foil.
Exactly, so each of these packs will contain 2 cards, 1 non-foil and 1 foil. These are, I'm pretty sure, going to fly off like hotcakes, so be sure to get it as soon as possible while stocks last. So do take note that the assignment is random. You won't get the same talents in one pack, or maybe you would if you're extremely lucky. So try your best to collect all. Do check with your local game stores on how to get these packs.
Alright, moving on, we have Fate Grand Order the movie, Divine Realm of the Roundtable Camelot. So this releases on June 17th, so it's just a few months more and you'll be able to upgrade your decks from the previous release.
Right, and this series also comes with a special PR pack, and it contains 4 different cards, namely the Lion King, Nito Chris, Son of the Serenity, as well as Mesh Kirilite. All 4 cards will be foil, so make sure to check with your local game stores on how to attain them. And now we're going to move on to another wildly popular series, Attack on Titan.
Okay, but before we continue, I just want to say that everybody around me has been talking about this a lot, and if you let us talk about this more right now, we'll never be able to finish this conference.
Exactly.
So let's move on. We got some interesting information, so Rudy, why don't you?
Yes, we've had overwhelming demand from players and requests for reprints for Volume 1 and Volume 2, and we are very happy to say here that we finally are going to do so. So this will make it easier for all the new players as well as old players to get into the series again.
So, and all these can't come at a better time, right? Because Attack on Titan, the final season, is about to hit us, and it's going to make a big splash on the stage, I'm pretty sure. And actually, I'm very happy to say that we do have something interesting for you guys to see this time. So, how about this? Alright, hope you guys like that. So Attack on Titan, the final season, will feature scenes from part 1 of the final season and will be released on August 26th. So please stay tuned for more card reviews coming really, really soon.
Alright, we're gonna move on to the next series. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
I don't think I can
you
answer
tell me that?
Nah, I don't know.
We should send you to a dungeon. Anyway, this series will also feature a trial deck plus as well as a booster and goes on sale on July 15th. This series will also have a special shop PR pack. So what's in this shop PR pack is 4 types of cards featuring the characters Hestia, Wealth, Lily, as well as Belle, for sure. All of these cards will be foil.
I think I'm not just speaking for myself when I say this, but I think everybody's gonna get like the Hestia one, right? Hestia is quite cute.
No comment.
He's married, so.
Yes. But do check it out. Coming to your local game stores, July 15th.
Moving on to the next title, the quintessential quintuplet series will be getting an expansion based on the second season of the anime series on August 12th.
Right, and another series getting the second volume based on the film will be Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl. So the first season, which is called Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, will also be getting a reprint coming soon to you, so don't fret if you missed out the first time round.
So this next title, since its original was an English original, we're gonna
Funny guy today, aren't you? Yeah.
So this sequel is going to be an English original as well, and that is 7 Deadly Sins. Yes, so as you can tell from Rudy's expression, this is one of Rudy's favorites.
And every time we talk about this series and every time we mention it on a conference or wherever, I end up watching it all over again because Meliodas #1.
Okay, you can tell he's a real fanboy for this. So specifically, this is going to cover the revival of Commandments, which is the sequel.
Yes, that's
right?
correct.
Right, so this is still in the early stages, so we can't show anything else at this point, but do stay tuned to our social media for any updates. Alright, so that's actually all that we have for you guys today. Thank you for staying with us all the way to the end of the video.
But before you go, if you haven't already, please do follow us on our social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, turn on the bell for notifications and all that jazz. But we hope you enjoyed all the announcements today. There's many more exciting things to come in the future, so do stay tuned and thank you very much once again. Alright, bye bye.